Hi, so I've got Mongolian slang words from you guys and from me that I just need to teach or like explain to people because I'm still struggling to like translate these, but I wish I could still like incorporate them in my like daily life when I'm like living abroad or studying abroad. I got a lot of submissions. I also have my own list to start with because I had this idea for quite a few years now actually, but I've been, not doing content at all for like 7 years. But I'm slowly coming back. Also, my eyes are fine, by the way. I just need to wear glasses because I'm like easing my way into making content again, okay? So I don't want to like do my whole makeup, everything, okay? So I'm just gonna wear sunglasses and don't accuse me of stuff because, God forbid a girl catch a vibe. God damn, like, get rid of your like Asian girl stereotypes, please. If you want to like continue on with my content. Anyway, so we can start with number 1. It's Hiitsguireh. Hiitsguireh. I would say the closest translation would be a German word, funnily enough, like faulenzen. It's basically to not be productive. Or Hiitsguireh, Hiits, like the root of the word kind of means like to do something. And guireh is like the additional suffix that negates it and plus makes it into a verb. So it's basically one word to say you're doing nothing, to do nothing. But conceptually, at least in my teenage years, we would define a night where like one of your friends has a car and you're like too young to really party or like do anything crazy, so you guys just like hang out in the car all night and just like drive around the city. For us, that was like, okay, Hiitsguireh night. But that didn't happen often, of course, because you like had to have that like one friend with license who you trust enough to like be in the car with. But I would like call that a classic like Hiitsguireh night. Or when like teenagers go to the mall, just like hang around, that's also Hiitsguireh because you're not really like doing anything productive per se. I don't know, maybe you're just window shopping or just literally just like hanging out. But you wouldn't use this when you want to like hang out with someone. But when I like translate it into English, the closest definitions I could get with is just to like get together, but like, and then do nothing. And I think that's wonderful because I miss just being able to call someone and say like, hey, want to like hang out and do nothing? But if you say that in English, like the word nothing weighs so heavy. I feel like if I just say it in Mongolian, like Hiitsguireh, or something that's way more like casual. But yeah, here's a word for you. The next word I put as is like Shartah, which means is to have a hangover. I swear the words will get better, but let's just get it out of this way. This is one of the key words you should know when you go to Mongolia, and then the locals would like, they'll be like, okay, he knows or she knows Mongolian, or they, them, thems, this person knows Mongolian. Because Shartah is it's the classic, But the funny thing is, it comes from the word like sharat, like yellow. My theory would be you feel so sick that you're turning yellow, so you're having like a yellow moment the next day. I'm a native Mongolian speaker, but I'm not a Mongolian linguist. So that's how I would like theorize. Next word, I recently heard it from a friend. They DM'd me and I was like, what the hell does this mean? And then it like clicked and it's Choiroh. Choiroh is like when you don't have a place to stay and you kind of, oh my god, this is gonna be so rude. I would say, you kind of doing hobo activities. Let's just say that, okay? This is a night where you don't have a place to sleep, so you just like decide to stay out all night. The night unintentionally becomes a night where you decide to stay out all night. Or at the same time, it can be applied to a situation where when you're couch surfing, when you're just like crashing on a couch with friends because you don't really have a place you belong, so you just kind of crash somewhere or like you just go spend the night somehow. I would explain that is Choiroh. Yeah, it's a crazy word though. I haven't heard it in years, and when I recently heard it, I was like, damn, that's rough. The next word is a very interesting one. Maybe it probably exists in other cultures, but I can't really find an equivalent in English. So it's Goridoh. Goridoh. Okay, how to explain this? It's when someone has expectations or like hope for something, specifically for like a gift, I would say, or usually regards to more like material things or like an act of service. Especially in Mongolia, when you like visit a family, at least in Mongolian culture, when you like visit someone's home, you never come empty-handed, especially if they have a child or like a nursing mom. When you come empty-handed to a house and then you know, the child kind of like expects something when a guest comes. It's just like in our culture. So and then the kid kind of, it's a bit of disappointment, you know, so you kind of let them on a little bit of hope and expectation, and it dropped it. This like specific Goridoh word would be the action to like hope or like expect something. The next word someone sent me in was Shamirah and Zatirah. Okay, I would say it as like you're cooked, but not in the sense that, oh shit, you finna be messed up, but it's more like when you're so tired, you can't take care of your looks anymore, you're just like so close to like falling apart, and you like evidently look very tired or like you're struggling. That's Shamirah. Like it's like basically you went through it, and then that's the state you find someone else in. So that can also apply to the Shartah thing with the hangover thing as well, but Shamirah applies to like any kind of life event or like any kind of like activity that happens to you, and after that you're like super tired, and then that's the state, yeah, you find yourself in or someone else in. And related to that, they say Archaagaa aldah. This is a crazy word. Like if you're getting like scolded and then someone says Archaagaa aldah, like you bro, you are like Archaagaa aldah is, oh my god, it's so cruel, I would say. I think the word archa is a great word because in general means the evidence of taking care of yourself. Or so it's an all-encompassing word that takes all the practices and behaviors of someone where you can see like they take care of themselves, you know, they got their stuff together. So yeah, basically you have archa would be the word for that. I would say like, okay, this person has archa in hung archate, that would mean like, okay, they have their stuff together, like they take care of themselves. But Archaagaa aldah means like to lose your archa, to lose the ability to have your stuff together. That's, I think it's such a good encompassing word, but if you like scold someone else with it, I feel like it can be pretty cruel. Like too many Sundays like that, man. Too many Sundays like that for me. Like it's scary. Yeah, as I said, I started this like content making again because I just want to be that like yapping session in the background when you're just feeling down or having an anxiety attack or just having Sunday scaries. So yeah, that's the word. But yeah, at the moment, I think we do have a bit of archa with us. Or in a way, you can almost say like, you know, oh my god, I have a bit of my dignity left. But it's not quite the word dignity, but I would say it's within the same like brand of words. Next one is Byaluurah. This is an interesting one because it can be food related. I mean, it's mostly food related, I would say. It's when you eat like too much sweets and after that you almost feel like nauseous from the overload of sweetness, but like you're still hungry. The annoying thing with Byaluurah is you're still hungry. The sweetness just like overcomes you and you lose appetite, and like eating just feels kind of like too much, too sweet. And related with that, Nyaluun. Nyaluun means it's too sweet in a bad way. Well, I would say it has a negative connotation, but I don't know. But the specialty with Nyaluun is it can be food related, but also behavior related. For example, when like couples are being too sweet to each other, too PDA, too like nilly-willy with each other, you say, oh my god, that's so like Nyaluun. That's like too sweet, it's making me nauseous, you know? When, you know, let's say when a girl is making like a baby voice, or if someone's being like too needy in a relationship. I mean, that's their business, you know, but that can make someone else feel Nyaluun. Disclaimer again, I'm not a linguist. I'm not a Mongolian language linguist. I am just explaining from the experience of being born and living in Mongolia most of my life, okay? This is a good one as well. Tugur. Someone said like tugur. I would say the closest to this would be like a Korean word, I would say. Like 괜찮아, like it's fine, like it's like you're good. But at the same time, tugur can mean like simple or okay. I think it's a nice thing. Like when someone says thank you or someone expresses gratitude to you, you can also just kind of say like it's fine. But I think it's a softer word than it's fine. Tugur, it's this one word, it really encompasses like, okay, I got you. This was, you know, no worries for me. You know, this was not hard for me to do for you. Which I think is sweet. It's cute. This is also a common word. For a while, it was really annoying. It's called Bantah. So you can use that in argument, but it's like very petty argument between like teenage boys when someone is like kind of stumped, but at the same time they feel embarrassed that they're stumped, so they become even more angry or they become like even more triggered. So it's a layer of getting stumped or like getting at a loss of words, particularly in an embarrassing moment or in an argument. So I can also explain it in a way that, you know, someone clocks you that you're embarrassed or you don't have a comeback, and then, you know, you take a pause and you can't say anything, but then because you caught yourself in an embarrassing moment and then others catch you, it makes you even more triggered or embarrassed or angry. Dude, in my teenage years, I had a lot of classmates who really liked arguing, but they can't like, hold their own. So when they actually come down to it, they just get embarrassed. So like because they're embarrassed, they get even more embarrassed, and yeah, just ridiculous. I just got this word like 5 minutes ago. Someone said Porgih. Porgih is crazy. Porgih means it's so instant, like it's almost like an onomatopoeia where Porgih, the word P, means things like run away or disappear like instantly. Usually you can use that in a sense where like, you know, there's a herd of sheep and then they see wolves and then boom, like they just run away really fast and it's like you don't see it anymore. But you can also apply this to people and stuff as well. For example, let's say a city nightlife contest, you can say someone's scaring the house away. You can say like, yo, Bantah came and all the girls Porgih. This is an extreme example, but you can say Porgih in this way. And then I got an even crazier word, which is Gumbuuruh. Bro, like I haven't even heard that word. Gumbuuruh is crazy. So apparently Gumbuuruh is also to kind of run away or disappear, but in a sense that you're just like on a bender. You were supposed to like come home at the end of the night, but you just end up going on your own adventure, doing side quests. But usually in the Mongolian, at least like Ulaanbaatar city context, it would mean like, oh, you most likely gone drinking. Damn, a lot of these like slang words are going out and like alcohol related a little bit. But I mean, statistically, apparently there's like, well, you know, but you know, we do have a big alcohol consumption rate and big like alcoholism issue in the country, and I guess it's kind of interesting to see that we spin these problematic activities, some of the problematic activity. Okay, sorry, I had to reposition. I was saying, I think it's interesting how we spin these slang words as kind of something funny when the baseline activities are like kind of problematic, or it's a very like recurring issue that's usually in relation with like alcoholism. Or it can also be just like going out and nightlife related, but I mean, these are your submissions, so I don't know if it's my followers, my audience, or if it's just the overall Mongolian reflection. I don't know. I don't think it's an overall Mongolian reflection. I think it's just city people related, I would say. But who knows? But I just thought these words were fun. I decided to make a list and include them. But I'll end it on a really cute word. Not a cute word, a nice word, which means Chamin. And you can almost say it sounds the same as like charming, which can be kind of related. It means like elegant in a sense, or it means it's nice and beautiful looking without being overtly opulent. It's not really like showing off, not really like flexy, let's say, but at the same time it's still noticeably beautiful in its own lane and just this cute little decoration or something. Wearing a nice necklace that really suits them and still like adds that cute little elegant zhuzh. I would describe Chamin as that, like that. So I'll end this part 1 on the word Chamin, and I got like way more lists. I keep getting more words, so I'll do that in part 2 when I eventually get to it. I hope this was still like interesting and you could laugh a little bit with me. I know I was not the best explainer, but I just want to keep my like content casual, and I don't want to be like, you know, best language tips for like, I'm not there yet, okay? I'm just gonna slowly like ease myself into this so I don't get demotivated to make more videos, okay? So let's keep it at that. Thanks for watching.